Alright, looks like we are live for day 6 of Advent of Code. If you're on YouTube and you want to skip ahead to where I start programming, 11:50 is about the timestamp you would skip to, because I don't edit these, so it's conveniently on the screen. But again, if you don't know what Advent of Code is, it's a series of programming puzzles that come out in December as a sort of Advent calendar. And there's 25 puzzles over 25 days. You get 2 puzzles per day. I guess there's 50 puzzles. Well, 49. There's a gimme puzzle at the end if you haven't finished it before. Spoilers. Well, I guess I didn't mean to spoil it, but anyway. Yeah, there's a bunch of puzzles. They're kind of fun. They increase in difficulty as the days go on, although some days are easier than others. I guess some are easier because people have different skills or whatever. But yeah, that's Advent of Code. I've streamed every day so far, so days 1 through 5, and those have been again uploaded to YouTube. So if you missed any of the previous ones, that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode, and you can see the previous Advent of Code streams and my solutions in various languages, including silly ones like SQLite and Bash and C and all sorts of other ones. But most of my primary solutions are in Python, and actually all of my primary solutions are in Python, and then I've been... What? Oh. Yeah, all of my solutions have been in Python, and I'm trying to do one different programming language every day. We did, let's see, for day 1 I did C++, for day 2 I did C, for day 3 I did Bash. that was a fun one. Day 4 I did Java while I was inebriated, but then I redid it again in SQLite because it was simple enough to implement just using some select queries. And then day 5 I did in Rust. Yeah, the SQLite one I like quite a bit. Hello, Michaela. Welcome, welcome. Nerd. Yeah, I mean, you're watching a programming stream, so I think that makes you a nerd too. Oh, did they change the sub icon? Did. Huh. Twitch has new icons. Interesting. But yeah, here is the SQLite solution, which I'm particularly proud of. It's pretty weird, but it works pretty well, and it's reasonably fast, which was kind of surprising. Day 4, I don't know, part 1 dot SQLite. But it only takes a second or 2 or 3, a second and a half. That's actually not too bad. I think even my Python solution was almost half a second. Michaela says, wow, I thought my big glasses made me a nerd. Also, why don't you wear glasses? Fake programmer. I don't wear glasses because my vision is great. I don't need them. I could wear like frameless or flat frames or whatever, but I don't know. Do I have photos? I think I have photos of me wearing glasses. Let me see if I can find one of those. They're pretty funny. Photos. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll through like 7 years of photos to find these. Grumble, grumble. Oh, actually... Here we go. Oh, this is such a funny photo. It's a bit blurry, but here's me wearing glasses. It's me. They're not my glasses. Surprise, surprise. But also my hair is blue in that photo. It's kind of faded there. You look like a baby in that one. Let me show you another photo from that time period. How do I... Facebook, let me press back. What the fuck? Just back me out. I gotta scroll again. Where is that photo? Oh, here we go. This is the particularly emo version of it. This is me with blue hair. It's very blue. Very, very blue. this was around that same time period. But it's the Stair too, yeah. I'm ready to be in a punk rock band on a weird album cover. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Oops. Part1.py is what we want to do. I'm just basically getting set up and ready so that we're ready to start programming as soon as the problem comes out. We'll be pasting our input here and writing some code here. But other than that, let's see. What did I do today? How did my day go? I went to work. Work was kind of boring today. I feel like December is kind of a lull period for a lot of stuff where we just kind of like don't get that much work done. A lot of people are out of the office, like people are going on holiday, and eventually you like don't really want to I mean, you don't really want to ship a lot of stuff right before everyone leaves on break, because then you have to deal with broken code over break. So it kind of winds down a little bit in December. Hey, what's up, Mindful Fox? The kitten paw high. But yeah, so I don't know. Work was fine today. And then I went to the climbing gym after work. Did some climbs. I felt pretty tired during my climbs, so I didn't really climb all that well today. Did a couple, I think I did like 1 4 and a couple of 3s and some 2s and 1s, but it was fine, I guess. And yeah, then came home, took a shower, now I'm here. So it's programming time. Just fill in this dead air. Maybe I should start closer to to the actual release date, so I don't have to fill this with so much fluff, right? Because I didn't really work on anything open source since yesterday. I guess I merged some open source code, but it's not interesting. It was just like things that lift happened to open source and were buggy in various ways. So I improved the setup.py. Oh, I can't even show you because I have to log in. So that goes that. Did you get stronger? I mean, probably, maybe a little bit. The fluff is cute though. Oh, because my hair is all messed up. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You can fill the dead air with the Pokemon theme song. Yeah. Pokemon. Are you strong enough to lift a fully grown baby? Are babies fully what? Are babes fully grown? How is Babby formed? I mean, I guess probably. I can lift my own weight, probably. Maybe. Oh, you mean the fluff? Oh, I see. Me babbling to myself. Got it. Are you saying you're a fully grown baby? No, I mean, like, where do you consider a baby to stop being fully, or to enter the fully grown stage? Like, that when they turn 18? Or is a fully grown baby just like the baby? Because of course I can hold a baby. One would hope everyone could hold a baby. But yeah, oh, I did post my SQLite solution on Reddit. And I got some upvotes. Where is it? Still on the homepage? Yeah, it is. I got some upvotes, got some updoinks. People were impressed with my terrible SQLite code, which was kind of funny. My favorite part is someone else had used basically the same approach. Clever or stupid? I'm not sure. What language is this? Go? Yeah. Clever or stupid? Yeah, I did it in SQLite, Mindful Fox. Oh, did you miss this? This was yesterday. This was day 4's problem, where it has a range of numbers and it wanted some like heuristics about the numbers, whether they were either a password or not, and then to count the number of passwords. So I faithfully take the input just as a string, then I convert it into the integers. This is the actual clever part. This allows me to create a table of every integer from the start to the end. So this is basically a for loop, and then it's just select count 1 with the conditions. It's pretty clever. I'm sure you can compose a quick script to tell whether or not a baby is fully grown. Yeah, return true. Done. First post in 6 months because he deleted all those dick pics. Yeah, you know me. I'm the voyeur type that's going to post my noodles on the internets. Honestly, I thought that code said I like big butts at first. What? No? Oh, this one? I guess I like and not, yeah. I see. Got my freaking lockpick set tonight. Can't pick the simplest locks. It's so hard. Help. Oh no. Alright. 40 seconds. We can do it. Yes, I'm dumb. I don't know. Follow a tutorial. I'm sure you can figure it out. You can at least probably pick those like, you know, the little toy locks that they use on like fences and stuff. I don't know. I was able to pick those with like bobby pins. The mind sees what it wants. Does the mind see the big butts? All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, it's gonna be a pathing problem. Oh, that doesn't look like a pathing problem. Okay, we have the input. Let's start reading the puzzle. Universal orbit map. You've landed at the Universal Orbital Map facility on Mercury. I was gonna say Mercurial. Navigation space often involves transferring between orbits. The orbit maps here are useful for finding efficient routes between, for example, you and Santa. You download a map of the local orbits, your puzzle input. Except for the universal center of mass, every object in space is in orbit around exactly one other object. An orbit looks roughly like this. Cool. In this diagram, the object BBB is in orbit around AA. The path that BBB takes around that is only partly shown. In the map data, this orbital relationship is written as this, which means cool. Before you use your map data to plot a course, you need to make sure it wasn't corrupted during the download. To verify, uses orbit checksums, the total number of direct orbits like the ones shown above, and indirect orbits. Whenever A orbits B and B orbits C, then A indirectly orbits C. This chain can be any number of objects long. Okay, so we're building a graph. It said that only one can orbit one? Is that true? Oh, but it's one to many. I see. Here we can count the total number of orbits as follows. D directly orbits C and indirectly orbits B and COM, a total of 3 orbits. L directly orbits K and indirectly orbits all of these. Okay, so we have to trace the parent relationships up to the root for every node. Okay, so that's not so bad. Let's take the sample inputs. I really don't like graph problems though, so we're gonna have some struggles here, probably just because I don't like graphs, but we'll see how it goes. Input and 42 is the answer. So we have a node and a parent, so we're going to need a map of nodes, probably. Yeah, so just say node, right? Named tuple, and then ID, well, name, stir, parent, stir. They could be out of order, I guess, too. I think we just load them all, put them into a map, and then loop. That's my guess. Nodes dict stir node equals this. Parent name equals line dot split. Let's see. Node's name equals node parent name. For node in nodes dot values total equals 0. While node dot name does not equal com, total plus equals 1, node equals nodes node dot parent. Should have done this in another tab. Oh, that's taken forever. That's not right. Why is that not right? Who will debug it? Let's see. Node dot name. It is com. Okay. Oh, did I mess this up? What? How did I have a node with the name com? We don't have com in here at all. Oh, because I did this backwards. Here. Zero. Okay. Oh, because we have return 0. Okay, part 1 seems cool. Get this giant number. 117, damn it! So close. Now you just need to figure out how many orbital transfers you need to get to Santa. You start at the object you are orbiting. Your destination is the object Santa is orbiting. An orbital transfer lets you move from any object to an object orbiting or being orbited by that object. Okay, so we need a connected graph. Okay. We have a new example here. So I think we need to... Oh, it's graph traversal. It's not so bad though. It's really just like going to each connection, and you probably do that with breadth first or something like that. Why don't you like giraffes? Giraffes are fine. Oh wait, what? We're moving... We're changing our orbit from K to J, so we move to here. Then J to E, then we move to here, then E to D, then D to I. Oh. Okay, so it's really just moving nodes. That's not so bad. Okay. Will it always be true that... I think we just need to trace towards the root, and whenever we hit the same node... Is that true? Yeah, because you have to eventually hit a branch point that both of them hit. And going down is not worth it. Okay, so that's not so bad. We just need to store at each node how many parent movements we had to go for each of the two. Okay, but with that input, we have, what was the answer? 4. Input is 4. We have the same parsing as before. uhops equals... this is a dict from stir to int. Node equals nodes u. While node.name does not equal com. Uhops node.parent equals I plus equals 1 equals I, and then node equals nodes node.parent, and then we do the same thing for Santa. And then we find the intersection, the minimum intersection. Let's see, 4k in uhops keys and sanhops.keys. For each key in the intersection, and I'll catch up on chat once I'm done being a serious programmer, I promise. I'm so far behind, but return, let's see. I think this is the answer if I understood the problem properly. We got 2, so that's not right. Let's see why it's wrong. K is where it said it joined. Well, that's clearly not right. Oh. That would be the problem. Now saying it joined at D, but it's off by 2. Return n minus 2. Sure, that's how we fix this, right? If this is right, I will be a little bit surprised. Yes. Oh, but no points. Oh well. Okay, we'll catch up on chat now. Let's see. Michaela says, "This looks scary. Hold me, mindful fox." It was a little scary. We got there in the end. I'm sad I didn't get points again. I was very close on both of them, but still didn't get points. Mindful Fox says graphs hype. I mean, we did get some graphs. Mindful Fox says, is this a directed graph? Yes, it's just parents, so it's fine. Robin1A says, I'm learning Python as a first language on edX. This looks crazy. This actually, the code actually isn't that crazy. Let's review what I wrote. Let's review the nonsense. So my program is set up in kind of a dual entry point way. The first being this test here. PyTest will just pick up any functions that start with the name test or test underscore, or you can also configure it to be other tests. So I just set up a test case given the input that it gave me. So this is just a multi-line string, and this is the input format where it defines orbits like this for whatever reason. It's basically like a parent relationship, or at least that's how I conceptualized it and ended up with my solution. And then I just wrote a test case with that. This allows me to add more test cases if I needed. I didn't need them here because the first test case covered all the cases that I cared about, or I got lucky, one of the two. So that's this part. And then I have a main function. This takes this uses argument parsing. What happened? Oh, I opened up IRC. We don't need that there. Yeah, so argument parsing, we load the data file, we basically just read it. I have a little helper that shows how long the timing takes, and then we call this compute function with the contents. And up here, I made a node class. This was just basically a plain old data type that made it easier for me to keep the two values that I care about, the parent relationship. I create a mapping using the root node com, which has no parent, which is how I just represented it as an empty string. This is just me loading the file, and for the first one, it's just like count how many direct or indirect orbits, so it's really just like trace towards the root of every node and double count everything that you get. Or not double count, but count every hop you make. So that's what this does. In part 2, we changed it a little bit, so we still have that same parsing code that we had before. But what I did here, and the code's a little sloppy, but it works. What I did here is I basically traced the graph. How do we show the graph? They have a decent visualization here. I basically traced the graph, so we start at this node and we trace all the way to the root. And we also start at this node and trace all the way to the root. And whichever node that we get to that both of them hit, like they both hit all four of these nodes here. But this one takes 1, 2, 3, 4 hops from you and 1, 2 hops from Santa, which is actually why I ended up with 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. So that's why the number was off by 2. But it could have gotten to this node, which is actually 8 hops, and this one would have been 10, and this one would have been 12. So these are the possible ones in my result set. So if you see, like, I have this candidates here, which is the sum of the 2 hops from both of them, for any intersecting keys. So any of the ones that both of them hit. And then I just pick the minimum of that and subtract 2 because I was off by 2. So that's how that code works. It's not too complicated. And you might ask, what's this? This is a type annotation. They're basically fancy comments that something else can parse and validate for me. Shaz Robot says, hey, how's it going? Michaela says, I know it looks so complicated. Hey, what's up, Mylerna? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Vex17 says, this is pretty straightforward for part 1. Yeah, I agree. Shaz Robot says, this song. I know this song. Well, yeah, we played the same 200 or so songs, so there's a lot of repeats. How much do you need? 117 was bad? Yeah, 117 doesn't get you points. Top 100 gets points. So, no points for me. Cry, cry, cry. Michaela says, I simultaneously feel smarter and dumber while watching this. Stick Bernard says, hey folks, what are you working on? Michaela answered, I was working on Advent of Code in Python. Probably do it again in some other language. Oh, I said I was going to do Perl today. So we'll see how Perl goes. Vex says, in my opinion, this is a fair bit easier than yesterday. Yeah, given how quickly I answered it, I would agree with you. I would very much agree with you. Mindful Fox, that booty is so lewd. Michaela says, I'm dumb. Did you do part 2? Yes. So part 1 is here, and part 2 is here. I don't think I'll actually simplify this. I think this code's probably fine. Good enough. You could have put your input into a graph visualizer. That's true. I could have visualized it and then just counted it by hand. That would have worked. Let's see. Actually, this would have been really easy to plot in dot, right? Dot. Hello world. Graph is example. Yeah, this is what we want. Digraph G. That's not all that helpful. Amazing. Homepage. There we go. Where's just a simple example of how GraphViz works? Documentation. The dot language. This is what we... Oh, no, this is not what we want. I just want simple thing. Subgraphs and clusters. I think it's just this, right? So if we do... What is the tsvg command that I wanted? Dash T, well, we want SVG. Dash O out dot SVG. Syntax error in line 1 near LH2. Do I need this? Also, I don't need cat. There's no reason for cat here. Useless use of cat. Someone is yelling somewhere, probably. Warning, syntax ambiguity, badly delimited number. Well, that clearly didn't work. I don't know, we'll figure out GraphViz. The stuff with the arrows is some type of type thing too. Yes, this is return value annotations, and this is parameter annotations. Stick Bernard says, this is definitely beyond what I'm at with programming / Python. You'll get there. Stick Bernard fears Perl. Yeah, Perl's gonna be a mess. Looty booties. Yes. I'm a friend, not food. friends are food. So on about a daily basis now, I curse the internet for not supporting universal dark mode. And I don't know. I think dark mode's a fad. I think we'll get over dark mode pretty soon. I thought you were gonna do it in Node because you kept saying Node and typing Node and Node. Yeah, graph problems, man. I don't know that Node makes graph problems easier though. My monitor is a light. Aren't we all moths, Michaela? Anthony, are you showing up that Italian chest hair? Oh. Forgot to button the top button. Nah, we'll just leave it. It's close enough. Yes. Hit me. I guess manually counting the edges would be difficult since your answer is 300 plus. Yes, that's true. Let's see if it actually rendered an SVG though. I guess it's... Oh, it did! Why can't I scroll? Anyway, this is it in dot. Where's com on here? Oh, right there. A lot of things orbit this 5 here. This is what it looks like zoomed out. Look, guys, I made a visualization. Look at all these ones up here. They're just like chilling. They're not even part of the thing. There must be something wrong. Yeah, like these are completely separate graphs. Yeah, well, this one doesn't even... Yeah, there's some bug here. Something's broken. But it's kind of close. I probably need to quote something, or who knows. Hey, what's up? You're not Jarrett Tim Jarrett. You're right. I'm not Jarrett Tim Jarrett. I am Anthony. It me. Is this an orbit or a family tree? Yeah, it looks like a family tree. Yeah, go away. This stream just got slightly less sexy. I mean, we could change that, Stick Bernard. Why didn't you just do this on paper with a crayon? Yeah. I probably need to code something. I mean, isn't that the entire stream? Yes. How does 5 have so many parents? Probably because it's buggy. They're all 3 digits, so I think it's just like counting them as numbers. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to have spaces? Let's try that. What happens if I put them in quotes? I'm already writing Perl, right? This totally looks like Perl. Oh, there we go. If I quoted it, it works. So maybe this will be less shitty. Yeah, this looks way better. Bloop. There we go. There's our graph. Okay, it's not fucked up now. We fixed it. We fixed it. Okay, this looks much more reasonable. I will put this as a maybe I'll make a text post on Reddit. Old Reddit. Our advent of code. Oh, I'm not logged in there. Advent of code. There we go. Submit a new text post. AOC 2019, day 6. One-liner to make a dot graph. How do you do code in Reddit? Formatting help. Line starting with 4 spaces. And then you can open it with Firefox out.svg. Cool. I did the Reddits, guys. 2 posts in 2 days. Let's see. You're not Jarrett, I'm Jarrett. Did you ever fiddle with MicroPython or have any recommendations about who does? I did one little thing with MicroPython. We had... Oh, what is it? What is my repository for that? We got these CircuitPythons. Oh, maybe it's CircuitPython? CircuitPy, yeah. We got CircuitPy Python, or they're called CircuitPys. We got them at PyCon 2019. and I gave mine to my brother, so I don't have it anymore. But I wrote a spinner. That was my little bit of code that I wrote. And you press a button and it'll spin in the opposite direction. That's all I really had time to like play with. But it either is blue or green, and it spins. But I demoed it on stream a long time ago, but I have no idea which VOD it was. So somewhere. But yeah, I haven't really done much with CircuitPython, but it does seem pretty cool. One thing that I did kind of contribute to CircuitPython is you can't really use f strings out of the box because it doesn't support it yet. But you can use this utility, future f strings, the thing that I wrote, to use this utility here, and then you can take f strings in your code and then put non-f string code onto MicroPython. Yeah, it's here. Transform source for MicroPython, so you can see like it. So that's my like contribution to MicroPython. Michaela says, can you do anything super simple in brainfuck-like languages? I kind of want to see something with Pikalang, even if it just like prints a 1 to the screen. I've never really worked with a brainfuck-like language, unfortunately. Also, I don't know anyone else who streams MicroPython. But if you want to follow someone on Twitter, what is her name? It's pink hair. Let's see, pink hair lady that works at Microsoft. Man, if this works, I'll be real sad. It didn't. Okay. Pretty sure I follow her on Twitter. I don't follow that many people. Nina, her name is Nina. What is her last name? Maybe I don't follow her. Nina Microsoft. Oh, now I'm searching. I know how to use Twitter, right? Nina, yeah, she does a lot of stuff with MicroPython. So I would check out her stuff. She's always like posting stuff. I assume she puts the code up somewhere, but she has a lot of CircuitPython projects. So that might be somewhere to look. This is my notification. Oh. This is such a salty thread that I got included on this morning. Someone was like, I use Walrus operator and it's good. And then people were like, rabble, rabble, rabble. It's the worst. Here's this plugin, which is like a meme that I made. And like, I woke up to like 30 notifications of people with this thread. It's pretty nuts. Ethan says you have to manually indent in Reddit. It's such a pain. Yeah, I pressed space 8 times to get this. Look at me up refreshing to get my upvote count. Nope, it's still 1. I don't expect to get upvotes. Stick Bernard says, have you ever worked with Rustlang at all? Yes, I wrote a little bit of Rust yesterday. I spent... I described my experience with Rust as spending 2 hours fighting with the borrow checker. Do r/daily programmer with Pikalang. The Bobby says Noopcat. Oh yeah, Ethan says begins with a Z. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna pronounce her last name. Just like no one can pronounce my last name. Like, what is this? Sodal? Sodi? Sotile. Okay, so I said I was gonna implement this one in Perl. Shall we implement it in Perl? Perl? I know nothing about Perl. I read like the TLDR this morning that you have to put all of your variables with the word my in front of them. But other than that, I don't know anything in Perl. Stony B says 10 for line in F. Parent name. Oh, are you looking at my code that I don't have here? Can you tell me why that wouldn't work? Here, you can post links, so just put code into this and then I'll look at it. It's kind of hard to see in Twitch chat. Floofy, yeah, Fluffy. This is a pastebin service that my friend wrote. The basic idea being that it's dead simple. The only like read-write stuff is the backend, and it's entirely open source. GitHub.com. ChrisQL/Fluffy. A file sharing web app that doesn't suck. Yeah, pretty nice. But yeah, I use it a lot. Okay, but Perl. Actually, I gotta do my git commits first, right? Git reset part2.py git rm. We don't want to check in the SVG. And we want to run this a bunch of times to get our timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our best one. And I've learned that this adds trailing white space here, so we're gonna nip that one in the bud. Day 06, day 06. Day 6, part 1. And now we fight with linters. Actually, they just fixed themselves, yay! Part 2. Oh, I need to run it. Part 2 is faster than part 1. Amazing. I guess it makes sense. Oh, I could have cached a bunch of the execution in part 1, so we could make part 1 faster. That might be something to do if we burn through doing it in Perl. So if I somehow write Perl quickly, which kind of have my doubts there, but it's certainly an option. README. I'm doing Perl because I frequently shit on Perl, and I realize that I haven't written enough to actually consider that it's maybe not the worst thing ever. Day 6, part 2. Cool. Oh, this is an interesting edge case in the way variable annotations work. These are not actually evaluated at all, whereas these ones are. And so I didn't need to import dict here to run the code, but I do need it to type check the code. Typing import dict. But anyway, do it in awk. I don't know any. I know this is my knowledge of awk. That's really all I know how to do in awk. It's not. I'm not a clever man when it comes to awk. Would this work? Yes, it would. I don't know. I used a name tuple because I thought I might have needed it for part 2, but I definitely did not. Yeah, this would work fine, and then you could iterate in the same way that I did before. You don't need the like dot parent. Mindful Fox says write PHP for one of the days. I do plan to write PHP one of the days. I haven't written a PHP in a really long time, so it will be a relearning experience, I'm sure. Let's see. Haven't people written games in awk? Yeah, probably. The 200% troll suggestion I'd like to see is 4th at some point. Oh, I don't know anything about 4th. Oh, hey, what's up, Grim? Grim rating with a party of 28. Oh, it's 29? 29. I can't read. Reading's hard. Welcome, Pigeon folks. I actually opened Pigeon on accident earlier on the stream, but and then still in this tab. No, I closed the tab. Accidentally opened Pigeon by clicking here, but yeah. We're working on admin of code today, and today I'm running Perl. Should play the Windows XP shutting down sound. I wonder why the... Did this not... I didn't see a notification, or I didn't hear a notification. Let me click the button and see if it happens. Nope, my overlay is broken. Let me try and fix my overlay. That should break it. This should bring it back. Let's try. That make it happen? No. Did this make it happen? What the fuck? Do the other notifications work? Yeah, the other ones work. Weird. Anyway, something's up with Streamlabs. It should say that you rated me, but it didn't for some reason. And now it's showing that one twice. Okay. Oh well, we tried. Grim says, we just spent 3.5 hours determining that clipboards can't support GIFs. Oh no. Wait, really? They can't? Does it just grab like one frame of the GIF? Or like the first GIF? Jenny B says, that gives me a key error. Oh, this code gives you a key error? I don't see how this would give a key error. You want me to rewrite my code so it uses that approach instead? We'll do that real quick. So we don't need this class at all. Parent, well, node does not equal com. Node equals nodes, node. Here, empty string. Here, empty string. What? I don't know how. So node would have had to have been com here for this. Oh, this would be an empty string. Oh, I see. Because this is a value here. I think we can just do this then. Except it is now off by... It is now off by 11. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 nodes, so it's off by exactly that number. Let me put this back. There we go. Okay, so that solves that. That would fix it. Does it require... oh, Dingle Toast says, uh-oh, I haven't started 6 yet. It doesn't require any prior knowledge. This one doesn't build off of the previous one. Yeah, spoilers. Michaela says, I thought each day was its own individual thing. Sometimes they reuse code, especially in the like opcode like ones. Usually there will be a mini assembly like language each year. Or at least there was one last year and there is one this year, so I'm making a bit of an assumption there. Grim says, I've been tinkering around with moving to Muxy. I don't know what Muxy is. Oh no, I resized my VM. That sometimes makes it crash. Hey, what's up, Dry Hop? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Oh, different Twitch extensions. I see. Oh. Streamlabs has mostly worked for me, although I haven't configured it at all, so it could just be that I've misconfigured it. Depends on the source app. Chrome returns the first frame. Firefox returns whatever frame was displayed. Huh. Yeah, Grim has some great emotes. I ended up completely rewriting the interpreter for 5 anyway. I half-assed 2 too much to extend it. Ah, makes sense. I ended up rewriting it because I rewrote day 5 in Rust. I feel like I haven't used Pigeon in like 20 years. I feel like everyone else is using Trillion. I remember Trillion, that was a long time ago. Ethan typing says, does the file have a new line at the end of it? I made it, when I pasted it, it did, so I don't know. At 11. Yeah. Fixed, right? I mean, I subtracted 2 on my other one, that was my solution there. Grim says, funny thing, Google Hangouts works, but they cheat. There's a clipboard format of text/HTML, which has an image tag to the GIF. Oh. Yeah, that sounds clever. Pigeon's about to turn 21 years old. So plausible, but back then it was named Game. Oh, I remember Game. I used to use Game because I didn't like the official client because it had ads. Oh man. Memories, man. I forgot that it changed names. Actually, I had no idea that it changed names. Yeah, I was hosting Grim earlier, Michaela. Just due to auto-host. Okay, so that's a simplification of that one. Let me make sure it still returns the same value for the readme one. Oh, I was using my text editor at work today because it actually kind of works. 147223. 147223. And we could grab the fastest one again. This one. Is that faster than it was before? It should be, because we are avoiding some object construction. Yeah. 75% faster. We can also cache the value. So that's another idea to improve this, but I'm probably not going to. Hey, what's up, GHCK? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Your day's going well. Let's see, we can probably do the same trick here as well. Node equals nodes u, while node does not equal com. U hops node? This is gonna be off by whatever, but it's fine. While node does not equal com. Oh. Or it's just right. $340. Yeah, that's the value we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a little bit faster. Instead of, oh, it's a lot faster. Okay. I guess it makes sense. We avoid the constant time of the construction there. So yeah, that works with without needing a name tuple. I'm really just procrastinating on writing Perl. That's the real answer here. Simplify day 6 by not needing an intermediate type. Cool. Can you get rid of the +2 by post incrementing? Probably. Or the -2? Yeah, because that part's kind of janky. Let's try getting rid of this and moving that there. Yeah, works. Fix ugly -2. Thanks, Mindful Fox. Oh, that right? Yeah, Mindful Fox. Is that what your your GitHub handle is? I always forget. Mindful Fox. It is your handle. Hey, what's up, Crate277? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Git, commit, amend. Aha, you're gonna get an email now. It's your troll account? Is this like your Hayden account? Vice Railway says, anybody use Biddleby? Never heard of it. Grim says, I'm scheduled 3 nights a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. Nice. Kiss Me says, I'm upset with you, I don't see Perl going on. Okay, we're doing Perl. Let me change my stream info from Python to Perl. And a sad face. Because I'm gonna be crying while writing Perl. Okay. Part1.pl. Got it. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to do, I think. Medium says, so I can't stay long tonight because I'm super tired after today, but I revisited the day 4 challenge with the intent to solve with regex. I got part 1 done and wanted to share. Nice, yeah, links are fine. Send links. Send cat pics. Is that a Pokemon? Yes, it's a Alolan Vulpix. Right here. It's an ice type Vulpix. Don't ruin ice type Vulpix, Michaela. This is your guaranteed ascension. Okay. Has repetition. Use a back reference. Yeah, I've seen that. Test string. This is great. I love it. Can you do this one better, though? Let's see. Couldn't you just use a space character on either side of this, and then you don't need the forward reference? No. Forward assertion? What is it called? Positive look ahead. That's what it's called, right? And this is a negative look ahead. You could just, I think you can just use spaces there, right? Right, medium? Oh, I'm sure it's not ideal. Could be chained better. Yeah. Michaela says, Anthony would know exactly what kind it is. Yes. Yes, I would. I won't, I'm not a lootie. Okay. Perl. We're writing Perl today. Okay. Command line arguments Perl. We're gonna start this off right. I did learn one thing. The @ in Perl means arrays. % means hash. And $ means variable. I think. Yeah, so this is treated as a list or a tuple or whatever. This is treated as a variable. Okay, this is what we want. We want the length. Give the total args. If statement perl. Starting off right. Oh, it's easy. So if argv does not equal to, how do I print in perl? Is it println? Printf? How can perl's print add it? Is it just print? That'd be dope. Print, it's just print. Print usage $argv0. Is this gonna work? Is it like bash? Usage file name. Surely have perl installed, right? It's gonna. I think we're gonna learn that it requires semicolons as well. Part1.pl. So when it told me that there's automatic new lines, I feel lied to. You don't supply the new line character. Where's the Stack Overflow post? Perl 6 has the say function that automatically appends \n. What version do we have? We have version 5. Oh, if I remember right, you want use. Was it use warnings? Hold on, somebody sent me a link earlier today about the right way to do Perl. So I'm gonna reference that a bunch because I'm told the Perl docs are pretty bad. Where is that? It's from Metz. This one. Doing Perl the right way. No, we don't want a new window. We want just a new tab. Use strict, use warnings. Okay, I had one of them right at least. Use strict. We'll just put new lines, it's fine. Perl-c part1.py. Yeah. Don't think it works. The negative is needed to assert we didn't only collect 5 digits. I guess I could have used optional white space, but I have to consider the first and last record. Ah, yeah, then you would use like or dollar or arrow. Medium says, I'm actually going to switch it to Perl because the regex engine in Perl is more verbose. Yeah. Freaking programming in a text editor in languages you don't even use and stuff. It's too smart. I mean, I don't think so. Ethan says, oof, I already dislike the syntax. Yeah, it reads a lot like bash. Shmedium says, alright, I got a meeting with my pillow I've got to go to. See you later. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around in the future. Sad that I'll miss the Perl bit, though. It'll be up on YouTube. Use strict. What the fuck? JavaScript? Yeah. Yeah. Use of uninitialized value argv0 in concatenation. Is this what I need? God, I hate Perl. Is this how I'm supposed to do this? Why is argv0 not? How do I get the program name? Program name in Perl. How to get the name of the Perl script that's running? $0. Can I just do this? I don't want to do the concatenation. Sick. Okay, we have our first little bit of thing working. Read from a file in Perl. Or die. Yeah, this reads a lot like PHP. While my row equals... What the fuck is going on here? Let's see. We're gonna put this into a small file so that we don't need to run the full input. I feel like the music is too loud because it is. The song is always louder than all the other ones. Is that better? It's better. Cool. Perl pi-nutshell. Is this Perl for Python programmers? Python to Perl 6 nutshell. I see. But we're using Perl 5, unfortunately. If I go to perl5.org, is that a thing? Yeah, we're unfortunately we're doing Perl 5, unfortunately. So it would be nice. Yeah. But we don't have Perl 6, so sadly we will do this. Okay, we don't need to do this. But we want argv1, argv0. It's interesting that Perl does not include the program name in the argument vector. I think that's the first language I've seen that doesn't do that. What does this do? This should be argv0. I wish that fit on one line, but it does not. Perl 2 space indents? I don't like it. We're doing 4 space indents. Don't at me. This should read every line of the file. Okay, we can read the file. That's good. Declaring a hash in Perl. Actually, we can use this thing. Hashes. Array variables. Hash variables. Here we go. Okay, so... Oh, they use curly braces to access hashes. That's weird. Set key... Can I just assign into it as well? Is that what I can I do that? I already have this open. Open or die? Mongoose. I choose death. I find it fitting that Perl was created by Larry W. All. The entire language should be seen as a warning. Yeah. How about alternating 3 and 5 spaces? Ah. See, we have Satan in the chat. Okay, so we can just assign like this. Okay. Split string Perl. Perl split function. Return value. The method returns the value in two contexts as follows. In array context, I have no fucking idea what that means. Oh, so this is how you get an array. Okay. Oh. We're going to split by the parenthesis of row. And then we are going to do, how did I declare hash? Is that with percent? Good. Hash and perl. 5%. My Bologna. What did I call it before? Nodes? My nodes. My nodes! And this is a scalar context. Okay. Dollar nodes curly brace split 0 equals split 1. What does chomp do? What does chomp do? What does chomp do in Perl? Chomp, 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 chomp. Google-driven development. I love it. Yeah, it's true, Martin. It's what's going on. Chomp function is Perl's used to remove the last trailing new line from the input string. Why don't we chomp the row up here then? Why are we chomping at the end? Where did I copy and paste this code from? This one. Oh, we chomp first. Okay. We will chomp first. We'll continue chomping first. Boyd's gonna be a long night ahead of us. No, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll get this through this pretty quickly. This is actually not that hard of a problem. I've got your percent nose. What? Oh, my nodes? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, can we print this? Does that actually do anything? Unmatched parenthesis in regex. I didn't think we started with regexes. This is a regex? Possible unintended interpolation of at nodes and string. I think I intended to do that. Is this what I want? How do I print the values? Print a hash in Perl. Cool. Copy and paste each nodes. We'll actually probably use that same structure later. Global symbol K requires explicit package name. I copied and pasted your code while you no work. Oh, but if I can do that, that's kind of cool. Global symbol K requires explicit package names. What if I turn off warnings? What if I turn this off and this off? What if we... I'll see, it fucking works if I turn that off. What are you grumbling about then, program? Do I have to do this? Why is this still printing the usage? Semicolon? It thinks this is 0. What if... Do you have to subtract 1 from it? That's weird. Exit program perl. It's probably just exit, right? How do I exit from a script? Exit. Exit number. That's too many, and this should be too few. Okay, it's it's really weird to me that this appears to be like a length operator, but the length of an array is actually 0 when it contains 1 element. So I wonder what it is when it's... Actually, we can just see, right? What is it when there's nothing there? $pound argv. If we don't pass any arguments to this, it's -1. Obviously, love Perl. Okay, but we have our thing here, so that's good. Mindful Fox, what do you think about my new programming language? This is how you declare a variable. D's % nuts. Ship it. We'll call it Perl 7. Oh, wait. Use my like var in JavaScript. Also look at data dumper. Oh. Data dumper. Stringified Perl data structure suitable for both printing and eval. Well, that seems a little yikes. Where's them cat pics, Grim? Making food, don't have chat history, will pull it up on phone. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Grim. That's helpful. Arrays start at -1. Yeah, the trolliest language ever. This is not a bug. Somehow. No, we'll just leave that. Okay, so we need to port the Python logic now. I think we have enough of the programming constructs to actually port the Python logic. I think. My total is equal to 0. And we're basically taking this loop right now. We don't care about the value. While this is called node. While node not equal this. Oh, we need to... I think it's like this. Or is it parentheses? Hashes in Perl. Parentheses. And double quotes, I guess. Cool. Although, I think my text editor is bugged. Probably because Nano is just crappy. No, one of the cats is on stream today. No one clipped it. That's real sad. Mindful Fox says, time to sweep. Good night, y'all. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mindful Fox. See you around in the future. Fushimi Thomas says, Anthony with the pearl. I see I came at the wrong time. How's it going, dude? It's going alright. Already confused about pearl as to why this number is not a 1, but you know, it's fine. Fine, don't worry about it. It's pearl. It's okay. It's weird how they did the parentheses here. Does this still work? We will see. Pearl part 1. Small. Does it really need spaces here? Global $underscore. Right, we renamed it to underscore. Can't use underscore. Loop through values of hash perl. Loop over hash values. It allows to loop over its hash values. It means the hash is an iterative type. In Perl, hash data structures are provided by the keys function similar to the one present in the Python language. Is there a values? So there's each and there's keys. Oh, there is values. Okay. For where's the for loop here? For each my, okay. For each my $node in values percent nodes. Does that work? Okay. Okay. That's good. We're getting somewhere. I can't wait until he hits Perl references. Man, I hope I don't hit Perl references. Oh, variables? Yeah, I've written some PHP. I think I know what you're talking about, Grim. Dollar variables because you can't nest arrays. I think I know. Hey, what's up, Alkali Metal? Welcome to the stream. Alkali Metal's another streamer. Check out their channel. But yeah, you basically end up with like super blinged variables, and then you like do a named name, and you store this into your sequence. But I don't think we need any of that today. I hope. I hope. Alright, we're just porting the Python logic now. While node does not equal the empty string, total plus equals 1. Node equals nodes node. Semicolon. Okay, so I think that's part 1. Can't modify constant item in addition at part1.pl line 22. Oh, we need a $. Global symbol at nodes requires explicit package name. On line 23. Excuse me? What? So instead of... Oh, it's curly braces, right? Is that my problem here? Curly braces? Argument empty string isn't numeric. Oh, right, we need... This? Is that how it works? Syntax errors. Check string equality perl. You show how it's used. Use of uninitialized value $ node in string any and line 23. How is this possibly uninitialized? Ah! Mikhail says I'm too dumb for programming streams. Alkali Metal says, not too much, was banging my head against the table at some C code earlier today because yay, segmentation faults. Nice. Kushima Thomas says, you're here so much, you've had to have picked up something. A little bit of Python, a little bit of SQL, might even forgive a little Perl. Yeah. I'm not laughing at you, Michaela, I'm laughing with you. Use of uninitialized value node in string. I'm very confused. Not what we need. We need... Yeah, like this looks like exactly what I'm doing. We eventually get 9. The line number changed? Now we get 11. What did I change? I have no idea. Does it want this to be quoted? No, it seems to just be giving me a random number each time. Rip Anthony. What the fuck? What is this? It's initialized right here. I have no fucking idea what's happening here. Alkali Metal, what's the goal of this advent of code? Today I'm running Perl. The advent of code of today, if we look at the puzzle, there's things orbiting around other things, and basically you're given a graph input like this, and if you plotted it somehow you would end up like this. And the first part is to just figure out how many orbits there are in total. So like, if you're considering, let's just consider H, G, B, and COM and not the rest of this. So there's one orbit here, there's one orbit from G to B, and one orbit from G to B to COM, and then there's one orbit from H to G, HG to B, HGB COM. So you add up every possible maximum length of that thing. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. This code looks like it should work, but I don't know Perl, so that's why it's not working. What happens if I turn it around? What happens if I put spaces around this? Doesn't change anything. Seems like everyone puts spaces around it. Wow, what a dick! That's fun for the lulz. Oh, this was in 2009 when there weren't rules. What happens if I change it to eek? Eek works. Why does any not work? Oh, now it's highlighted. String found where operator expected it. Perl line near wat. Missing operator before wat. I wish someone actually knew Perl and could tell me what I'm doing wrong. 'Cause I have no idea. What if I give it this instead? Maybe it just doesn't like the empty string? Well, now it's looping forever, so that's not going on. I'm trying to take, let's see, Grim. I'm trying to take this logic here, which should be the same as this logic here. Let me get rid of the wats. This should be the same as this. But when I run it, I get use of uninitialized value $node in string NE. But node should be defined because it's from this for loop up here. Alkali Metal says I'm no use here. I've got no Perl experience. If you rename it from .pl to pls, it will think you're being nice and will work. Yeah, that'd be pretty special. Let me see. Maybe if I Google the error message. Or maybe let's see. Perl access loop variable. What did it say? Uninitialized value. To be clear, you're trying to walk the values and not the keys. Correct. Yes, I don't particularly care about the keys. Wow, someone has a homework question in Perl? Poor souls. What if I remove my here? What does that do? And then turn off strict and warnings. It does not work. It gives me a random number each time. So something is very wrong here. What just changed? Something moved on my... I don't know. Googling the error message, no way that could never work. Let's Google the actual error message. Perl this. We can't put it in quotes because my variable name will not match someone else's variable name. Nick Doshev says, this is strange, what happens if you don't capture the loop in $node and use $_ instead? So I just do that? Is that a thing? It's up, take a step, Busk. I do need to take a step back and figure out what's going on here. Oh. I don't know what $_ is, but it changed. I mean, it did print it properly, but it still says uninitialized value. So that didn't make a difference. Nested loop Perl. Okay, that seems fine. This looks similar to my code. You can't read anything, your string will come back undefined. Maybe try not reusing node? I tried that already. I had my wat equals $node and then did this. And that didn't make a difference, it just changed it to wat. Click on the Perl Maven link and maybe that will help. This one? Use of uninitialized value. Quick explanation. This means that the variable x has no value. Its value is given the special value undef. If your code has print statements before the line generating the warning, like in this example, the output may be confusing. Am I just being confused by the output? Let's try this thing. No, it still seems... We're getting a consistent value though now, but it should be 42 and not not 15. There's no dollar nodes. Oh, should this be percent nodes? Do I have the wrong... Because I have nodes up here. The variable is percent nodes. Okay. Changes nothing. Didn't change anything, unfortunately. Percent nodes in scalar context better written as $sign nodes, so it told me I should use $sign nodes. So I don't know if that's it either. What do the contents of small.txt look like? It's the example that they give. So we should loop through each one of these here. So B, C, D, E, F, G through L. They're out of order because, well, we don't even run all of them. That's weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we run 8 of them. So there's some weird. It's asking dick pics. Yeah. Emmy Flake says Perl. Am I right? I mean, yeah, Perl. What if we go back to just the full loop over the whole thing? Where did we have that tab before? Surely we can go from there, and it's just fine that it assigns an extra variable. What was the one that we had? Where we printed the hash. That's loading a file. Okay, we must have closed that tab. Print a hash in Perl. Yes, this is the one that we linked. Is there multi-line comments in Perl? Probably not. Let's just show that we're getting the full hash first, I guess. Percent hash. This should be percent notes. Global symbol total. Go away. So we have com to B. We don't have all the values. Why do we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? We only have 8 of these. that seems like a problem. We definitely get all the rows. But we only get 8. Oh, because I have this assigned backwards. Should be 1 and 0. There we go. Now we get the full hash. Maybe that's what was wrong the whole time? Maybe that was the problem? Maybe this code was just fine all along? Oh my god, it was fine all along. Okay. Alright. It's because I'm dumb, guys. We fixed it. Wait. No, I broke it again. We'll just keep it at WAT? Is that sufficient to make it work? It always works if I set it to WAT. Okay. But then we can get rid of this. Okay, part 1 works. We got it. Michaela says, how about we throw Perl in the trash and use something else? Nick says, geez, I used to write Perl scripts in my last job, but I've forgotten everything else. Since WAT is a value, you can't use it to look up the other values in nodes. You need to use keys to do hash lookups. You have repeated keys so they overwrite. Well, yeah, that was my bug up here. Because I had the key value backwards. Once I fix that, there aren't repeated keys, so it's fine. Lua for the win. I'll do Lua another day. I do want to do Lua at least once, because I haven't used it before. But Lua has 1 indexed arrays, if I recall, so it's messy. But yeah, so that's part 1. So let's do part 2 now. Part 2.pl. What was different between part 1? Oh, we have to make a new hash here again. But aside from that, it's JavaScript. Oh, so maybe it's not so bad. Lua, a JavaScript object equals Lua table, JavaScript prototype equals Lua meta table. Alkali Metal says, what languages do you typically use for most of your stuff? Most of the programming that I write nowadays is in Python. Just kind of arbitrarily. Okay, so we still do the same file parsing here. And then we then we make another mapping. My uhop. So we're just gonna straight port this. My unode equals this. My u count equals 1. While unode does not equal com. Uhops node equals I. UI. UI plus equals 1. U node equals nodes U node. And then I want to print the mapping. Copy this. Just to see what it assigned, and we'll validate against the input data. I see a typo already. This should be a $sign. Alkali Metal says, yeah, I enjoy writing Python, though I do also enjoy writing Swift and TypeScript also. Kushimi Thomas says, I've heard good things about Swift. I've written a little bit of Swift. Might use that one of these days. Because you can run it on Linux now, which is pretty cool. I typically end up doing server-side Swift as I can't sign anything for Apple due to not having a Mac. Oh, interesting. I have not seen anyone write server-side Swift, so that's new to me. I had a friend in college who was like super obsessed with Apple though, and he wrote a web server in Objective-C, which like crazy man. I don't need this code anymore. We need to get part 2.py. We need this new small input. This is different than the part 1 small input. Okay. I'm gonna run that over here so I can open the browser window at the same time. With the whoops. Okay, there we go. Okay, so from U, A should be 1, J should be 2, E should be 3, and D should be 4, and then we don't really care about everything after that. Okay, so that's fine. So now we need to do the same thing for the Santas. Look at this sick copy paste. Dope. Okay. Key intersection perl. Dash key intersection. That sounds like what I want. It's a relatively new trend, but a friend and I are using server-side Swift for a Discord bot that we're working on together. Oh, interesting. Oh, why is spelling? Because I have 2 hashes I want to print. If the keys match. Okay. I wish this dude would have explained what the hell is going on there. I guess I can just loop through all the keys. Because it seems I'm trying to get too clever here, probably. Weird question, but maybe you can answer it. But can you create shared libraries in Swift? I don't know the answer to that. But Alkali Metal would probably know. In theory, if you can, then you could link them into any other executable, which would be kind of cool. Okay, so... distances. This will use to get all of the common distances for each keys U hops. Check if a map contains a key in Perl. Not map, I should have said hash. Exists. Oh, because it just returns like undefined or whatever? Okay. If exists, $san keys, $_, san keys for and hops, that's what it's called. B, C, and D are the ones that are shared. Is that what we see here? Yeah, B, C, and D. Okay, cool. Then we can do append to, I don't think they're called lists, but whatever. What language are we running in? Perl. Oh, that's cool, Grim. Yeah, if people could write plugins in that. Push. Push is what I want. Push distances. Actually, do I need to do that? Because we're really just looking for the minimum one. We'd really just record the minimum as we do this. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Push distances. U hops plus and hops. Minimum value of list in Perl. Oh, we're importing list. We're importing something. What does this syntax do? I have no idea. Why are you off by 2? Our old code was off by 2 also. Oh, because I started this at 1 for some unknown reason. But it appears to work. Man, that was painful. Small 2. That was quite painful. Yeah, it appears to be like a from import. Okay, well, I'm glad I don't have to write Perl anymore. Oh, that was disgusting. Re-implement day 6 in Perl. There was some trailing white space there. Okay, so one other thing that I want to do is I can slightly optimize part 1 in Python because we don't cache any of the lookup values here. So we can make it slightly faster. Basically, the cache being we don't have to run this loop. I don't know how much time it's actually going to save. But maybe faster. We beat it, teamwork. Yeah, we destroyed the Perl. Oh, basically we would do this recursively. Yeah. With memoization. Okay, total equals 0. Functools.lru cache max size equals none. Def size node stir to an integer. If node is equal to the empty string, return 0. Otherwise, return 1 plus size nodes node. Total plus equals size node. I think that's all we need. And this implements our cache for us. A little bit. It's pretty cheaty. Don't need that. Does this make it faster is the question though. It does, it makes it quite a lot faster. Look at that micro optimization. Our fastest one now. Look at that. We managed to optimize one of the problems. That's a first. Optimize day 1. Oh, we should include both of the solutions. Right. This was our old code. We have compute underscore original, which has not this at all, but this code here. What is wrong here? There we go. Doing some memoization here, guys. Typo there, but it looks good now. Okay.
The interval is in some ways just as important, some ways more important.
Cool. So that'll give us what we can put into our README. basic slide optimization. Memoization, pretty sure that was covered in college. Yes, it is one of those college words. Michaela says, I know I've read about it, but forgot literally everything about it other than it being a word. Basically just means that, like, we record a value and then reuse that value later instead of recomputing it repeatedly. The first version of this code, actually it's pretty easy to see here. Like, the first version of this code, for every node, we continually repeat this calculation. So we do, like, where's the example? So, like, say when we trace this one, then we trace this one, then we trace this one, and then we get to here. And then we look at C, we trace this one, and then this one, and then we get to here. And then we look at B, we trace this one, and then we get to here. So in that run, we traced D once, we traced C twice, and we traced B 3 times. But really, we could get away with just tracing B once, tracing B once, remembering the value, tracing C once, remembering the value, and then tracing D once, and then remembering the value, because D's value is 1 plus the value of C, and C's value is 1 plus the value of B. So we can save a bunch of computation there. Is it magic? It's not exactly magic. The magic that makes it happen is this LRU cache here. So this is a recursive function, but the cache here makes it so that when it recurses, it will record whatever previous values it got. So it basically just makes a mapping from this E, the function parameters, to the return value as an integer. The decorator is magic, yes. Yes, Grim, you're right. The decorator is magic. Normally you would do something like cache equals this. If node in cache, well, you would do like try return cache node except key error. And then indent these. If node equals the empty string, then cache node equals the empty string, or equals 0. Otherwise, cache node should do something like this. So here's the less magical version. This is how you would write it if you didn't have this decorator. Well. There, that's how you would write it if you didn't have the decorator. So you would try and look up in your cache, and if you got an error, you would compute the value. And so the computation for the empty string is just always 0. That's our base case. Otherwise, we're doing 1 plus the previous value, storing that into our cache, and returning the value. Any reason for using an exception instead of in? There's one slight reason. So Grim is asking the difference between that code and if node in cache, return cache node else, and then that same block. And the one reason you would do this is it's ever so slightly faster, because this does 2 lookups in cache, because Python doesn't have any optimizer, so it can't know that, like in C, if you wrote code like this, it would say, oh, you're doing a containment here, and then you're looking at the values, so we might as well just grab the value here and optimize it on later. So it's really just a micro optimization. But the nice thing is we don't have to do any of this because the decorator just does it for us. But yeah, this decorator behind the scenes is doing essentially that. You could actually implement your own LRU cache decorator. Well, let's just call it cache deck. Inner star args. We'll just use keyword or non-keyword arguments for this because it'll simplify it. So let's write a little function here. May I do that right? Yeah. So you can see here that we only compute each of the values once. If we were to then do 12 directly after it, we only recompute 11 and 12. So this is an implementation of factorial if I did it correctly. But yeah, this is my own crappy implementation of LRU cache. It's not actually an LRU cache, it's just an infinite cache, which is actually what I did in my code here. Max size equals none means it doesn't have LRU properties, it just records all values indefinitely. What is this at stuff in Python? It's called a decorator. So if you see this code here, so I decorated f with cache dec. That's the same as doing something like this, and then f equals cache dec f. It's syntax sugar for passing the function as a variable into here, and then we actually replace that function with a different function. So the actual definition of f at this point is now one of these inner functions. Decorators are basically functions that return functions. Yes. Technically, they don't have to return functions. Also, you can decorate classes too, which is kind of wacky. But anyway, this is how you would implement a cache decorator. You just reminded me of class functions before decorators. Yes. Back at Les. So Python, I was expecting Perl from the title. I finished my Perl. Of course, that's Python. Perl part... I'm very tired. My Perl is terrible, but it does work. I was just... Yeah, this is my really bad Perl. Do you know Perl, Packet List? You can tell me how bad my Perl is. This is for day 6, if you're familiar. It's basically load file that looks like this. We're reading that file in and splitting on a parenthesis and storing a mapping from this to its parent. You did last year's advent of code in Perl. This year I'm using Python 3. Nice. So I'm doing my primary solutions in Python, and then I'm doing a different language every day. So first day I did C++, second day I did C, the third day I did Bash for the lulz, the fourth day I did Java because I was drunk and I wanted an easy one, and then I went back and did day 4 in SQLite, which is pretty funny. And then day 5 I did Rust, and today I'm doing Perl. Michaela says, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, Michaela. I'm actually probably gonna wrap up soon myself and go to bed as well. Hey, what's up, countries? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Did you say you did a day in SQLite? Hell yeah, I did a day in SQLite. Let me show you my... And it's actually, like, pretty legit, too, as well. Yo, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? I saw a SQLite solution on the subreddit. Was it yours? Probably. Old. Advent of code. Not on the home, not on the front page anymore. Yeah, this one was me. 2019 day 4 SQLite. That's a programming language, right? This is my code. So this was the puzzle input. So I tried to be as true to the problem as possible and only taking the puzzle input as a string and then doing all the computation after that with whatever. So the way this works, we create a temporary table that just houses our input value. Then we create a new table for the range, which is just the start and end value. We parse the input value, basically taking a substring to grab this chunk and grab this chunk. Then we have a range from the beginning to the end. Then we have a table that's going to house all of our integers. We're basically going to generate every number between start and end. There's this trippy recursive thing that I found in a Stack Overflow post that made all of this possible. But it basically allows you to have a recursive union against an ever-growing table. And so I use this to generate all of the integers in that range into this ints table. And then after that, it's select the numbers that match a certain pattern. So we just do select count 1 from all of the integers. And one of the requirements was that they're length 6. Another requirement was that they have 2 repeating numbers, but not... so they have a sequence of numbers that's exactly 2 in length that's repeating. And so that's what this solves here. And that they're in increasing or non-decreasing order. And so this is the check for that there. But yeah, it implements the problem in SQLite. It's actually pretty fast too. It's almost as fast as my Python solution, which is pretty wild. So if we look at the Python solution, part1.py input.text, so it takes like 800 milliseconds. If I run the SQLite one, part1.SQLite, it takes 1.5 seconds. So it's like twice as slow as my Python solution, which is pretty damn good for SQLite. Like twice as slow as the Python solution. I think it's pretty good. Hey, what's up, Guide VV? Welcome to the chat. You're doing well. Yeah, Sarcastic Dante. That's my Reddit handle. It's my nickname from high school. But this is simultaneously genius and terrifying. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, I did do one in SQLite. I also did one in Bash, which I thought was also kind of hardcore. Mostly because Bash is pretty wild. This was for day 3, what was day 3? Oh, day 3 was the intersection of the wires. The hardest part that I had with this was reading a file, which actually in retrospect doesn't look that hard. But then I kind of cheated and used Bash 4, so I'm using associative arrays, but other than that, it's essentially the same logic as my Python solution. Sarcastic Dante says, "Gotta go though. See you later." Well, thanks for stopping by. I'm actually gonna sign off real quick here as well, because I have to go to work tomorrow. And let me push this. That's my decorator thing. We don't need that. What is staged for commit? All right. Add optimized solution for day 6, part 1. Cool. It's not GUI, it's kind of GUL. I don't know. Graphical user something. I don't know what the L is. But anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, guide, but that's okay. Packet Love says, "I work no Fridays this month." Oh, that sounds good. So some sick 3-day weekends. Yeah, let me close some tabs and we'll wind this down here. So if you missed any part of the stream or like what you saw or whatever, I upload these streams after I do them to YouTube, and that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. There's also previous stream content that's not Advent of Code. Usually I work on Python stuff. See, like, all my previous Python streams are there as well. There's some pretty cool ones. Like one where I debug a memory leak in Vexoid, which is a... Oh, my phone's buzzing. It's probably Discord. Vexoid, which is a web framework library. But anyway, upload those to YouTube, youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. I'll be trying to stream every one of Advent of Code, so at midnight Eastern. Oh, the pronunciation in your name, I see now. Clever, clever. Aw, Zoomer, I'm signing off right now. Well, you'll have to see my terrible Perl later. Yeah, I will try and stream all of the Advent of Code, so those will be midnight Eastern or 9 Pacific in my time, but I usually stream on Saturdays at 11 a.m. and work on Python stuff. And I usually announce those on Twitter. That's twitter.com/codewithanthony. I kind of hate Twitter, but it seems to be the place where people do this stuff. Basically, I post something like this where it's like, I'm going to stream in this amount of time, and blah, blah, blah. I also announced my stuff on Discord. We have a small group of people that talk about programming and stuff. You're welcome to join. I also announce in there. But I think that's all we've got today, so we'll go find someone to raid.